Police Officer, Robert Iovine.
Oh, say, can you see what the dawn's early light would so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and home of the brave?
At this time, it's my distinct pleasure to introduce to you the Chief of the Hartford Police Department, Chief James Bell.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for coming. This is a wonderful day. Absolutely wonderful for not only the state of Connecticut, the city of Hartford, for its citizens, and for our young police officers. We've put them through a lot, and they've been tested. And I'm not going to keep a lot of conversation going with it today. I'm not going to extend myself. I'm going to hit some real points that are very close to my heart, besides this city, folks. This city, gentlemen and ladies, will take care of you. They will take care of your families. They will take care of you. In turn, this is what they expect from you. They expect you to smile. They expect you to say hello. They expect you to be visible. They expect you to address what communities would like you to address. And it isn't the hot call that you may or may not want to go on. It's the loitering. It's the parked car in front of their streets. It's the litterings. It's the dog complaints. It's the noise complaints. That's what our communities are made up of. And that's what they stress to me every single time that I go out to a community meeting. That's what they're interested in. And we will address the violent crime on yet another plateau, but you have to be human beings to our citizens. You have to be friendly to them. I insist upon that. And you'll find me out there. You'll find me out there all hours of the night. We'll see each other. We'll talk. We'll also explain how I want you to do this police work. You have to be safe. And this goes for both the West Hartford and the Hartford Police. It doesn't change because of city lines. And I do have to tell you that we've begun between towns of Manchester and East Hartford and West Hartford. We're all partners in the surrounding towns. We're all partners. We know we're just not alone in this endeavor. We're in it for the long run, and we're in it for cooperation, and we're in it to protect our citizens, because we know bad guys have no city lines or town lines. They travel and they move around. So we're cooperating with each other. We're investing in endeavors together. We're sharing equipment. We're sharing manpower. We're going to have a lot of opportunity in this city. The economic growth in this city is fantastic. Fantastic. We're probably coming up on one of the largest residential populations that we've ever seen in this city. I hope you're as enthusiastic about this job as I am. Because 31 years ago, I was in the same position. I was at City Hall. And I swore that I would do the best for the city. And that's what you people are going to tell me today, that you're going to do the best for the city. To the families, the most important, I do have to thank you. They got put through an awful lot, and you saw it. It's our job to make them tough. It's our job to make them knowledgeable. It's our job to have them thinking on their feet and always, always, always be able to administer the law fairly and appropriately. We give them an enormous amount of power, and we trust. I thank you for your support. Without that, they wouldn't be here today. No doubt in my mind, they wouldn't be here today. And I'm gonna thank you ahead of time too, because there's gonna be difficult times. I ask you to use a lot of patience with them. Show them a lot of love, because they will need it. Gentlemen, I'm just going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to tell you a few things. I'm going to tell you, you need the ability to listen. Listen. Because these people are going to share things with you. You need to listen, and you need to help them through them. You need, on any level, you need to help them through them. Truthfulness. I insist and demand truthfulness at all times. West Hartford or Hartford, at all times, truthfulness. And that's going to be the toughest thing you will overcome. You'll face it, and you will overcome it. This is not much different than when I addressed you the first day. Not much different at all. I told you I'd give you installment plans. This is the next installment of Jim Revolt. It's the same as the first. I'm reinforcing that. In closing, we're very, very simple with our duty. We're very simple. And we protect and we serve. If there's any misunderstanding, you should come and see me. Because it's the easiest thing to live with. Easiest thing to live with. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to me, and I hope you enjoy the day. It is a very proud day. They are my first class. So I expect a lot of them, and they know that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief Laville. I now call upon Chief Operating Officer, Attorney Sandra Key Borges, to administer the oath of office.
Good afternoon, everyone. If I could just take a moment of personal privilege, Mayor, Chief, just to personally congratulate each and every one of you, your families. I wish you Godspeed and the best of success, good health, safety. And I just want to say that my word for today is respect. You know, we expect you to respect yourselves, to respect your commanding officers, to respect your peers, but most importantly, to respect the citizenry, that you should treat them exactly the way that you would your family. We care, we live here, and if you live in West Hartford, it's the same. Just remember that. The way that you treat your family is exactly the same way that we expect to be treated, and I think you'll all do just fine. So congratulations and best wishes. If you all can raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, so long as you continue to be a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, the duties of a police officer to the best of your abilities, so help you God? Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, Attorney Keyboard. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Mayor of the City of Hartford, the Honorable Pedro Segarra.
Good afternoon. You didn't look like police officers about, what was it, 6 months ago? You really didn't. And I look at you now and it's like, wow, what a transformation. Chief, congratulations on your first class. Congratulations on becoming our Chief of Police. You have done wonderful work with our task force. I was so honored when I went to the White House a couple of weeks ago to present on urban innovations. And before I made it to the next room, I was told by the folks from the U.S. Department of Justice what a great job Chief Ravello is doing in Hartford. So thank you so much. You know, the future of our city is very much intertwined with the jobs that the men and women before you are going to be doing for us. It's not just about public safety, yes, that is their primary charge, but it's also about placing our city in a place that can move forward. We are the capital city. We're not just any city, we're the capital city. We are the city of Hartford, the birthplace of American and international democracy. It was in Hartford that the first written constitution was ever drafted. It was in Hartford where a group of brave men and women decided to take a charter that was handed down by the British court and put it in a tree to preserve it, showing that the rights of a people lie in a people and not in a monarchy. That is Hartford. And it is in Hartford that we made a lot of contributions towards the development of this important document that gives us our democracy, the American Constitution. Oftentimes, we're not given credit for the many great things in Hartford, but the reality is that this is a great city and can be a great city. But the future of our city lies also with the good work that the men and women of our police department can do for our city, for our capital city, and for our state. I would like, just the same way that we've had success with the shooting task force, to be able to export these good models of police and policing to other parts of the state. Shooting task force was very effective here in Hartford, dropped homicides by over 43% in 1 year. That model is currently being used in New Haven. So I believe that as you go out into our communities, you are the best ambassadors that we can have to bring progress to our city. Bring a level of comfort to everyone that surrounds us and people in our community that our city is a safe and good place to work, to live, and to do business in. To bring safety and comfort to our communities and our children, that they too can be safe. But as ambassadors, you're going to have help. You don't have to do it alone. Obviously, you have my full support 100%. And I think that I've tried to be as supportive as I can of our command, of our police officers, to make sure that you get what you need in order to do your jobs effectively. You're going to have the support of a faith-based community that has asked to be a part and partners of your efforts. Community organizations, schools, teachers. So you are going to have support out there, but you're going to be in the lead position when it comes to public safety. And as we move to a new public safety facility, we also want to provide you with the best facilities and equipment so that you can do your jobs and do it efficiently. I know that there's 6 members who are here from West Hartford. I congratulate you as well. You know, Hartford is a little different. Whatever happens in Hartford doesn't stay in Hartford. It affects West Hartford, it affects other communities, and whatever happens in your community in West Hartford also affects us. And I think that we've shown through partnering that if we join hands, that we can make a difference, not just here in Hartford, but in West Hartford and other surrounding communities. So this will be a partnership. So you are ambassadors, and I will continue to reward the work that you do, honor the work that you do, but I want you to have that concept constantly, that you are professionals, and that your job is a 6-month academy, I believe, but that's just the beginning. It's going to be ongoing, and I want you to continue to go on to doing other jobs, whether it's within our police department, assuming positions of leadership in the future, or in the case of some of our police officers that have gone on to be state prosecutors and judges. So basically, I'm not asking you just to do a good job. I'm asking more. I want you to do the best you can do. The best you can do. Oftentimes, when we limit ourselves to a job, it's just about getting the job done. But in policing, it's a little bit more complicated. It's a little bit more complicated. We really want you to put up the best that you can put. And to the families, you are going to be tested. These men and women have a very important job, a very critical responsibility. They're going to have good days. They're not going to have not so good days. And this is where you can continue to provide the love, the compassion, the support, because that will be very, very important in their days ahead. And I know when I've been in situations, critical situations with our police officers, it's always been not just the police family that's been there, but also the family at home. And besides kids, some of you, I think you're just about to get an increase in your allowance now. They got a better contract this year, so I think they can afford it. But really, I think that I'm very proud of our police department. I'm looking forward to partnering up to make sure that we continue to develop our city. I'm looking forward to making sure that we continue to build relationships, good, solid relationships between our police officers and our communities. And when I say communities, we have 17 different neighborhoods in our city. But we also have the corporate community. Edna, who is here, who's a great partner, who always supports our police department and our efforts. We have our graduations here. They're incredible partners in terms of the policing work that we do. So partnering up with the corporate community, with the business community, with everyone else to do the best job that we can. So to the Academy staff, thank you so much for the hard work that you have done to prepare the men and women of our police force. To the command staff, I look forward to your leadership in making sure that the resources that are in front of you by way of this men and women are used in a way that honors our community. And again, to you, the family, congratulations. God bless you. God bless each and every one of you and keep you safe. I always pray to my dear God that He keeps you safe. Walking into office, I had a little bit of a scare one day, and you don't know how hard I pray, but I will keep you in my prayers and keep your families in my prayers as well. Thank you. Congratulations, and again, God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Cigar. In each recruit class, one recruit is recognized for academic excellence. At this time, Watertown Chief of Police John DeVos, representing the Connecticut Police Chiefs Association, will present the Samuel J. Luciano Award.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, Chief Ravella, graduates, family, and friends. On behalf of the Connecticut Police Chiefs Association, I'd like to congratulate all of you. You're about to embark on a great career. This is a great job. Seems like yesterday I was sitting on a similar stage with a group about this size, getting my diploma. And that was 43 years ago. And I haven't regretted a day since. Let me share with you a little background on Chief Samuel Luciano. Back in 1965, the Education Committee of the Connecticut Police Chiefs Association recognized the need for a municipal police training academy. Among those chiefs who worked for passage of Public Act 65-575, which created the Municipal Police Training Council, was Chief Samuel J. Luciano of Westport. Chief Luciano believed wholeheartedly in the need to provide adequate training for every police recruit. He worked long and hard for legislation requiring a mandatory training period for the establishment of a statewide police academy. In addition to attending the groundbreaking for the academy in Meriden, he periodically observed the construction of that facility. On November 23, 1970, a few days after Chief Luciano and other members of the MPTC members toured the site of the academy to find construction almost 80% complete, Chief Luciano suffered a fatal heart attack. Today, the Connecticut Police Academy represents the culmination of years of work by police officers, municipal officials, and legislators throughout our state. The dedication of the Academy was on June 26, 1971, marked the beginning of a new era for law enforcement in Connecticut. And to honor Chief Luciano, the Connecticut Police Chiefs Association decided in 1971 to present an award to the graduate with the highest scholastic average of each recruit class. And tonight, this afternoon, I'm proud to give Johnny Suarez that award for an academic score of 96.4.
Thank you, Chief DeVos. On March 5th, 2012, the new officers appearing before you came together as strangers with one goal in mind: to join the rank of Connecticut's finest and to serve our communities. The title of police officer is not something that is simply handed out, simply bought, or easily obtained. It must be earned, and with it comes great responsibility. The title of police officer signifies that the individual wearing the badge is a true professional. The graduates sitting before you today have made the commitment to become professionals. 29 weeks have passed since they first came together. During that time, the officers received training in many areas, providing them with the skills and the knowledge necessary to be law enforcement professionals. A few of these areas are ethics, constitutional law, criminal law, civil law, domestic violence, physical education, accident investigation, firearms, defensive tactics. The skills and knowledge gained in the academy will be put to use as these graduates embark upon their careers in law enforcement. Our traditional law enforcement duties revolved around the primary mission of the police: to protect and to serve. These duties included enforcement of laws, protecting life and property from those who may wrong us and from acts of nature, and preserving peace and public order. A secondary element of the policing mission is to foster an environment where people feel free, safe, and secure in their community by preventing the crime and discouraging criminal conduct. To take it a step further, they want to reduce the fear of crime, and they want to solve problems within the community. When undertaking these first two elements of the police mission, the officers must consider the consequences of their actions. They must ask themselves, do the ends justify the means? For if the ends do not justify the means, we, the police, may fail at two other vital elements of the policing mission. And those are to generate and maintain public trust and to uphold the individual liberties and the constitutional rights of our citizens. In the accomplishment of the first two elements, protecting and serving the public and enhancing quality of life, if the actions of the police disregard human dignity and moral rights, and if we create widespread public distrust, we have failed at our mission. The new officers sitting before you have met the demands of the academy. They have demonstrated that they possess the skills and knowledge necessary to serve their communities. They must now meet the demands of their communities and carry out the policing mission in a professional manner that demonstrates a positive, helpful, and respectful attitude, and to be positive representatives for their communities. In order to provide these officers with the best training possible, the Hartford Police Academy could not act alone. We solicited input from the many professionals throughout the state. the local law enforcement agencies, and the state agencies. To all the people who contributed to the training of Hartford Police Class 2012-1, I extend a sincere thank you. Recruit Class 2012-1 has prepared a video which is going to highlight the hard work and the good times of the past 29 weeks. We hope you enjoy the video.
Let's go! Yeah! For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the day.
Yes, sir! Come here! Yes, sir! Lay down! Yes, sir! Pass! Yes, sir! Lazard!
Yes, sir!
Uptree! Yes, sir! White! Yes, sir! Nelson J! Yes, sir! Nelson A! Yes, sir! Perez! Yes, sir!
It's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure this click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go. This is what I want. He never really talks much, never consider status, but still leaving his face struck. Through opportunities, giving despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear. Be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard he f***ing with that stock. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire. And Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a f***ing nihilist porcupine. He's a the type women wanna be with, and rappers hope he gets 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with your notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime, his is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of that comes out of this kid's throat. He's not your everyday on the block. He knows how to work with what he's got, making his way to the top. He often gets a comment on his name. People keep asking him, was it given that birth that doesn't stand for an acronym? No, he's living proof. Let him rock in the booth. He'll get you buzzing quicker than a shot of vodka with juice. Him and his crew are known around as one of the best, dedicated to what they do and give 100%. Forget Mike, nobody really knows how or why he works so hard. It seems like he's never got time because he writes every note and he writes every line. And I've seen him at work when that light goes on in his mind. It's like a design is written in his head every time before he even touches a key or speaks in a
Is the weight of the world on my shoulders. Is the weight of the world on my shoulders.
description. Pick your scene and take direction. And on a search to connect, but I don't wear a mask and I have no regrets. I am focused on what I am after, the key to the next. One more depending on a prep, and we all look away. People pretending everywhere. It's just another day. There's bullets flying through the air, and they still carry on. We watch it happen over there, and then just turn it off. We must stand together. There's no giving in. Hand in hand forever. That's when we all win. That's when we all win. That's when we all win. They tell us everything's alright, and we just go along. How can we fall asleep at night when something's clearly wrong? When we can feed a starving world with what we throw away, but all we serve are empty words that always taste the same. We must stand together. There's no
They have another day of paradise.
Oh, Bill's work! Oh!
What's wrong?
Oh, I got pepper spray!
All right,
That's when we all win. That's when we all win. That's when we all win. The right thing to guide us is right here inside us. No one can divide us when the light is nearly gone. But just like
Together we made it. We made it even though we had our backs up against the wall.
As you can see, I survived the worst, but my life is glorious. Better know that I leaped every hurdle and I'm so victorious. Take a look, I'm a symbol of greatness now. You can call me Morpheus. As for securing the win, but to believe I'm so notorious. You know that I've been about my bread, even though we rapping now. We used to live on the strip, even though you see me higher level trapping now. I superseded every one of my little struggles, and failure has never ever been an option. You see my paper long like rush hour traffic, and I'm about to take the hood shopping. Get it?
Together we made
You
it.
see, we did it.
We made it even though we had our backs up against the wall.
Come on.
Forever we waited, and they told us we were never gonna get it, but we took it on the road, on the road, on the road, on the road.
Ride with me, we come to get it.
When it all got started, we were steadily just getting rejected, and it seemed like nothing we could do would ever get us respected. At best we were stressed, at the worst they probably said we're pathetic. Had all the pieces to that puzzle, just no way to connect it. I was fighting through every rhyme, tightening up every line, never resting the question if I was out of my mind. It finally came time to do it or let it die, so we put the chips on the table and told them to let it ride, singing yeah.
Together we made
You
it.
see, we did it.
We made it even though we had our backs up against the wall.
Come on.
Forever we waited.
29 weeks of not doing much. We're now going to have a presentation of diplomas by Hartford Police Chief James Lavella. We have a tradition at the Hartford Police Department that allows new officers to have their badges presented to them by a relative who is a past or current member of law enforcement, the fire department, or the United States military. Sergeant Jeff Russo will call the officer's name, followed by the family member, who will be presenting the new officer with his or her badge. Please hold your applause until the end of the diploma presentation.
Good afternoon. I am Sergeant Jeff Russo, Executive Officer of the Hartford Police Academy. Family members are welcome to come forward and photograph their loved ones. You can use this area right in front of here for a good photograph. The officers will be announced in alphabetical order. Please come forward when your officer is announced and return to your seat afterwards in order to afford other families the same opportunity. Thank you. Officer Fabio Becker, West Hartford Police Department. Officer Becker's badge will be pinned by his father, Special Agent Dennis Becker, United States Army, retired. Officer Lane Bradford, Hartford Police Department. Officer Trevon Coleman, Hartford Police Department. Officer Joseph Cohen, Hartford Police Department. Officer Mohammed El Madani, Hartford Police Department. Officer Luis Feliciano, Hartford Police Department. Officer Randall Finucane, Hartford Police Department. Officer Augustin Flores II, Hartford Police Department. Officer Flores' badge was pinned by his brother, Officer Brando Flores of the Hartford Police Department. Officer Justin Fredericks, West Hartford Police Department. Officer Anthony Gaudino, Hartford Police Department. Officer Justin Giuliano, Hartford Police Department. Officer William Gosselin, West Hartford Police Department. Officer William Hackett, Hartford Police Department. Officer Hackett's badge was pinned by his uncle, Senior Sergeant Gordon Hackett Sr., Department of the Interior, National Park Service, retired. Officer Adrian Hazik, Hartford Police Department. Officer Tyrell Jenkins, Hartford Police Department. Officer Jenkins' badge was pinned by his niece, Private First Class Jasmine Jenkins, United States Army. Officer Omar Jones, Hartford Police Department. Officer Bartos Kubiak, Hartford Police Department. Officer Zachary Latiga, West Hartford Police Department. Officer Latiga's badge was pinned by his father, Gary Latiga, United States Navy, retired. Officer Rocky Last, Hartford Police Department. Officer Last's badge was pinned by his father, Officer Brian Last of the Manchester, New Hampshire Police Department, retired. Officer Cheryl Lassard, Hartford Police Department. Officer Justin Lavetri, West Hartford Police Department. Officer Christopher Leith, West Hartford Police Department. Officer Leith's badge was pinned by his grandfather, Gunner's Mate, 2nd Class, John Leith, United States Navy, retired. Officer Justin Nelson, Hartford Police Department. Officer Andrew Nelson Jr., Hartford Police Department. Officer Nelson's badge has been pinned by his father, Lieutenant Andrew Nelson Sr., Metropolitan District Commission Police Department, and also retired from the Hartford Police Department. Officer Kelvin Perez, Hartford Police Department. Officer Perez's badge was pinned by his brother, Corporal Joseph Perez, Hampden County Corrections. Officer Kevin Romanchuk, Hartford Police Department. Officer Andrew Zaghetti, Hartford Police Department. Officer Zaghetti's badge was pinned by his uncle, Lieutenant Leo Beck of the Waterbury Police Department. Officer Johnny Suarez, Hartford Police Department.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chief of the today. We wanted me to extend his thank you and grease to everyone. Obviously, have coffee, and now know the Hartford Police Officer came out first. We know we'll buy your coffee next time. So, good, Chief. Back to line.
Geez, never lost for me. 29 weeks around. Officer Justin Catrell, Hartford Police Department. Officer Catrell's badge was pinned by his brother, Trooper Harold Catrell of the Connecticut State Police. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Chief. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present you the newest members of law enforcement. Please remain standing for the benediction, which will be presented by Father Cremoni.
Bow our heads in prayer. Almighty Father, we ask you to be with these new police officers as they embark on their duties to protect and serve the citizens of Hartford and all those who enter into it. Give them courage, give them wisdom, give them strength, give them patience to continue to learn to become the best they can be. Let your Spirit be with their families, give them understanding, give them your love. Protect these new officers as they go into the world to protect us. We ask this in the name of our God. Amen.
Thank you, Father Cremoni. Please take your seats. I ask you to remain seated while the graduating class prepares to dismiss the audience. All are invited to stay for refreshments and to meet our new officers following dismissal. On behalf of Chief James Revella and members of the Hartford Police Academy, thank you for attending this afternoon's ceremony. Officer Nelson, take charge of the class.
Class, dismiss.
Right.